Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So, due to in the past week, I share all this YouTube. Uh, it actually promote a lot of discussions. Many of our Wing Chun friends have messaged me, discuss with me many things. So today I like to share with you on the built-in functions of the Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Lim Tao. Mhm. This is not what today's world understood. Okay, and it is much more than what most Chinese Kung Fu people or Wing Chun people think today. Because at 1850, the Chinese Kung Fu already pretty mature. Okay, so it is like a high tech, a mature high tech at that time. And today, the so-called Kung Fu understanding is a lot of misleading. Like people talk about, oh, internal has to be Tai Chi, all those kind of stuff. Many of those, what we know today, the popular way of thinking is actually created early 1900 for marketing purpose, especially the Tai Chi side, okay, the internal side. So I'm going to share with you all these things so that you'll be able to understand, can appreciate Wing Chun, okay? This is not something which is as you watch in a movie. And it has a lot of depth inside there. Now, the one thing many of our Wing Chun friends, when they contacted me, is say, well, Hendrik, this is your research, right? Isn't it true? In the Cho family, we don't find this. This is the research. And is that true? Is your real research? You know, people today do not know how to use the term research. I don't do research. That's what I said. So what did I do? To be specific, proper term to use in what I do for the Wing Chun studying for past since 1973 is called exploring. I'm an explorer. I'm not a researcher. Explore, yeah, because I want to know what is this. Many of you know that in 1973 I already studied judo and I'm in Kyokushin. So I have an idea of what is fighting is about, what is martial art is about. So when my late Sifu Chong Choi teach me the sets of the Xiu Lim Tao and then give me the writing, the Queen, like giving me the music, I want to know what is this? What is it so different than Kyokushin? Because Kyokushin is really effective for fighting already. At that time, I was in Penang, Malaysia, in Indonesia. Used to spar with Thai boxer friends, friendly. Like today, you guys go to gym and making friends, sparring, right? So it is adequate. So what is this writing of Wing Chun is about? I have no since when I was very young. I have no interest to be grandmaster, the best fighter, those kind of stuff. My mind, my mindset from born is just to want to understand what is it? What is it? How does it work? How is it function? I still remember when I was 6, 7 year old. At that time, my my grandfather from my mom's side, he have a battery, the car battery store. He opened a car battery store, and I was playing around with the voltmeter and screw up many things. So I'm the kid like this. That's why I end up in Silicon Valley. So for this Wing Chun stuff, I really want to know what it is. That's why I went through all this teacher, monk teacher, and everything. I just want to understand what it is. Why? How? Okay. So if you say, well, it's my research, well, sorry, it's wrong. I'm an explorer. I'm not a researcher in this sense. Okay. So like today, like people using terms is not accurate at all. How can you research anything? Well, you don't even have anything basic of that. So for the Wing Chun 1850, we have to be really careful. Today, when everybody talk about you want to study internal, it has to be Tai Chi and so forth, so forth. You look at the so-called Tai Chi today. When is it created? Is it later than 1850? Just read the classic. And then you say the Chen Tai Chi is earlier than the 1580s, but it is come from the source from General Qi Ji Guang's writing. Most, uh, I should say that all those real fighting arts, priors, before the 1850, all are those based on General Qi Ji Guang writing, if this is a real deal. So when people say, well, this is a Taoist and everything, is a bullshit. Okay. Until today, have you seen anybody go fight Xi Xiaodong? You can't. No, because fighting is about momentum. It's not about like today, chi 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 and all those nonsense. And it's not about hand techniques. Now today we're going to shift another thing for you. Because fighting is one side of the game, but you have another side of the another face of the coin, which is these few days, a few Wing Chuners who is experienced in other martial art see it, but most don't see it because for past so many decades from Bruce Lee until today, when you talk about Wing Chun, it's just promoting fighting, fighting. We can fight, my grandmaster can fight, this teacher can fight, everything can fight, but they don't see the entire thing. So if you are real, you practice real fighting arts, you will see you have a different view on things. Okay. For example, which is these few days, many Wing Chun friends discuss with me. I shared the other day that like these friends here, after study the 613-3 or the basic of the Wing Chun 1850 Shiu Lim Tao, and it be able, like this one, consciously and subconsciously, I approach it with no thoughts of techniques, but of listen to my body and what's the giving force against my body. And here it said that I could feel what was affecting me where on my body. Adjust to control the submissions just appear. Some I have never ever done before or drill. My body literally felt it was wanting to go the correct place. Okay. And say that without my mind getting in the way, okay, going correct place without the mind going uh, without the mind getting in the way. Now, and then here it say that now I can really see the individual element and how they apply mind, body, breathing, chi, and then force of BJJ through forceful and momentum handling. Now, you have to be careful for the real fighter, those who really train in fighting. And that is something called injury. It will be a bullshit if people said, I train fighting art. Oh yeah, I can fight this way, that way, that way. I have the real Wing Chun. I research in this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun, but they never mention injury. Okay, anybody who practice real fighting art will, of course, pay a price for the injury. That's including me. This is a proper arm. This is a proper arm. This arm. This is a price to pay for the injury. This is a proper arm. This is an arm like that. Crack, damage, fractures. See, this is a proper arm. So anybody will do real fighting, if you say there's no injury, then you don't know what you're talking about, especially for the full contact. You never go really deep enough to do that. Now, so in injury, okay, if you read this thing, injury, and so it say this year has been a slow progress forward in understanding my body better, and uh, s- the sixth core element understanding is massively helping that. Do you know that the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao actually have a building mechanism for both recovery and both injury prevention? Now you can see that, like over here, he said that his body be able to uh over here. My body literally felt it was wanting to go to the correct place without my mind getting in the way. That is the mechanism, the self-protecting mechanism of the Lim Tao practice. This is important. And you see that a lot of fighting art do not have that in their sets. They don't have that. Okay. So that's why Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao 1850 be able to help to share with our other martial art friends or other martial art style in the world to contribute in a positive way. Face it, there's no such thing as the best fighting art. People respect you if you be able to share with them techniques or training which is benefit them, right? So this part, the recovery and the body self-protecting or natural protecting mechanism is a part of Wing Chun, which is up to now, up to tonight, uh, year 2025, June 5th, to share with you. You see, nobody ever talk about this thing. And that mechanism and that recovery is a very important stuff in today's world for our daily living. So in the ancient, 1850, when they designed the Xu Tao sets, 1850, it is a very beautiful, holistic design. Today, people say, Tai Chi doing this internal, that internal. Do you know that the 1850s Wing Chun, Xu Tao, if not, it is par, it is better than them in details. As I just shared with you on this friends using the practicing BJJ and everything, be able to use it. And there are many friends in my YouTube, you can see share that they can use this for whatever they practice. So this mechanism of be able to build up your body so that you be able to protect your body, be able to function, it kinds of safeguard itself and recover. Those are really the jewels of Wing Chun, especially like me. I'm 67 already. We all get old. And that mechanism is the one which is helping us after we are 40 something. Okay. So you got to watch out for that thing. Well, I formulated whatever in the Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Tao into the six core elements or 13 states. Your physical element, you have open, unlinked, lightweight, open, linked, lightweight mind. You have the settled, quiet, peace. And then breathing, you have noise, panting, chest, breathing, natural breathing. Your chi element have ready, surface, intention. Strength element, you have lead or just a strength and force. Strength do not have a direction. The strength, force flow is with direction. Force is with direction. It's a vector element. And then you have momentum. You have give birth, subdue, control, dissolve, weight. This is what inside the Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Tao. Well, I formulated using today's words so that you be able to understand what is it. So again, I'm the explorer. After I go through it, I be able to tell you each individual how is this getting what. In fact, if you look at today's like Tai Chi, will it be able to tell you this? Or everybody say, well, standing down there, and then you just do this, do this, do this. How long it take to learn something? Or most people don't learn anything. Most people never learn anything. It's just a mimic stuff. It's just a tricks in their school. They do not see the entire holistic stuff. Like, for example, your breathing. Do you know that your breathing and your mind element in the states of the peaceful is actually interrelated? It's like a coin with two faces. One face is the mind, another face is the breathing. And then if you want to have your chi ready, you better to have this your breathing be able to do it in the natural way. So all this have the level. You need to know, or if you don't know this, you guarantee will not be able to reproduce it. And that bring up another thing. Many people told me, say, well, Hendrik, why don't you go back to the China, the Cho family, or in Malaysia? And somebody say, oh, how come after your sifu passed away, you don't go back and everything and everything? Well, my mission, exploring, is not to go visit some place taking picture. My missions is to what? Is to recategorize the entire Wing Chun 1850 Shaolin How. So you all be able to get what I do. Previously, every generations of the Cho family, not more than two, three people got it. Every generations. That's what it is. It has to base on a lot of things. First, it has to base on that your family is you can afford the time to go study it. The second is, of course, you need to eat proper. The third is that, of course, you have to see a lot of different things. So every generation's not two, three people know this thing. Until my generation right now, you go to China, they don't know. Like just now, the mechanism I just tell you. How many people can say that? You go to Malaysia, it's no longer exist. But in America, here even how many years ago? Almost 9 years ago. Within 2, 3 months, we can train something like that. We can train a person who have handle on it. That's the reality. The idea is so that be able have a process, be able to train everybody, everybody benefit from it. Now you can go to China, you can go to the entire world. If you never go through that, you don't have the process, you don't know what is inside there, you end up like today's Wing Chun is that you copy mine, I copy yours. Look at the past 50 years, everybody is copying everybody. Or everybody tan bong folk. I do it this way differently, that way differently. But as what I share with you today, the protective mechanism built in into the Shaolin Tao. Do you know it exists? Of course you know. You don't, right? Have anybody in the past 130 years tell you that that thing exists and how to develop that? Of course you don't see. So that is what it is. Okay. Now, I'm not any kind of genius. I just lucky that I see all the teacher and so forth. I be able to understand what it is going on. And the guy who designed that, man, this is a really advanced people. Okay. So the six core element, it is just uh, how to say that uh, a brief summary from the 1850 Shilin Tao. If you practice that, you practice it properly. The term is properly. If you don't have a teacher can teach you, there's no way you can learn anything. Like I say that, right? If you have a proper teacher who teach you the six core element, 613 within 2, 3 months, your body completely different. You build in your mechanisms, the protective mechanism and recovery, so different stuff. You go through that in your six core element training because you need to open up your physical body joints, link your physical body joint and light physical body joint. It means that you build in those cell protective mechanism there. And then you add on more with your mind element where you put mindfulness in, and then your breathing come in, and then your chi come in, everything come in. And at the end, you have one piece. So it's like a design. So in 1850s, it is just the six core element is just you extract out the basic so that in today's world we know what is going on. Now, like lately, you know that I make those YouTube because I'm really unhappy about those people who have no idea what is going on and bullshitting about this May and oh no May because it is not right. It is not proper because May is a part of it. Where do you think all this protective mechanism come from? Well, a big part is from the May. So the May part is the snake slide one move chi cultivation further refine the body and mind energy and the breathing element. So if you look into the states of the May, so this is May, the states, there are 9 states. If you if you really know the May Zhuang, not today's bullshit, okay? Today's bullshit will say, well, I trained this set of May Zhuang. That's called bullshit, okay? So this is written by the Grandmaster Zhou Chuan, as well as share with you. This is the grand teacher of today's Grandmaster Fu Weizhong. Okay, and Zhou Chuan, Grandmaster, is really good that he wrote this down, so nobody bullshit. Okay, like in America, there are many people like I mentioned in on my YouTube the other day. It's completely, it's like what you go to watch the Wing Chun opera, and then you come back and you mimic posture and say you claim that you know that. Now, let's get into this. The first level, the first physiological states of the 峨眉十二庄 is the mind and the mind and the body become one. The second state is the mind, body, and breathing. The third state is the mind, body, breathing, and chi flow. The fourth state is the mind, body, breathing, chi flow, that it be able to circulate in the body. And the 1850 Xu Lian Tao actually took the first 4 of it, the first 4 physiological states, meaning that the 1850s Xu Lian Tao, Wing Chun Xu Lian Tao, actually consists of the first 4 level of 峨眉十二庄. That's why, as what I shared the other day, when people say, hey, there's only about 11 of writing of the 峨眉十二庄 is in the 1850 Shilin Tao. Of course, because there's only four level being put into the Wing Chun 1850 to merge with the Shaolin sword strike to create the Shilin Tao 1850. It is a hybrid. And that mind, body, mind, body, breathing, mind, body, chi, body, chi and chi flow, the entire thing, mind, body, breathing, chi, chi flow, flowing the body, the fourth level. What is this? This is inherent two things there. One is to uh, make the best use of your body to do the damage. Another is it have a mechanism that it be able to have a self-protective mechanism that you be able to use the body properly in naturally, not via your brain. Because you drill so much that it be able to condition your body so that you have that self-protective mechanism. Okay? So this all is not come by accident. It's come by design. Okay. So that's why if you look at the six core element, you can see that the first level is the physical, the second level is physical mind, the third level is your breathing, the fourth is your chi. So it is actually consistent with the 二枚十二庄 technology which been import into the Shaolin sword strike. Got it? So if you want to talk about real kung fu, real internal kung fu, it is here. Don't tell me about oh I can do this set. I have learned this 二枚十二庄. I have learned this and learned that. That's called bullshit. Okay. If you want to talk about qi gong, show me how you handle your breathing. If you cannot handle your breathing, you cannot handle your qi. Serious. And today, most people have no way, do not know even what type of breathing is there. That's why I wrote my book, Decoding Wing Chun. And in the past YouTube, I shared that there are four type of breathing: the the windy breathing, the panting breathing, the common breathing, and the subtle breathing. You want to talk about qi, you better show me how the hell you're going to do the subtle breathing. And subtle breathing, you can check it with this. Track it and see whether you'll be able to do it now. Okay? So most of today's, like the other day, I make that YouTube because I'm really unhappy. You know, if you have some problem with some other Wing Chuners friend or whatever due to business or whatever, that's your problem. But when you touch this, as what I share with you today, I share with you all this mechanism stuff and act like that you know it all, that's unacceptable. That's why I tear the entire thing up. Why? You don't even have the kung fu. You don't even know what the hell is it. Okay? You think that the entire world is so stupid that you'll be able to cheat everybody? So this is not right. This is our Wing Chun inheritance. Every Wing Chuners inheritance. What right is all those nonsense playing expert to distort thing and like playing, Oh, I believe that. I don't believe it have Ermey connection. Sure, you don't believe it. Why? Because you have never even learned the really kindergarten. You couldn't even breathe. So what the heck to talk about big thing? Okay, oh, I'm this grandmaster's student or what? Who cares? Okay, who cares? So what you have? Okay, so that is the bottom line. So now you know it. Whenever people told you about qigong, they have this internal. You check with them with this six core element, which is consistent with all this, the real internal practice, Ermei and every art. You check with them whether they be able to share with you this in details. Like this friend here, for sure, he can share with you on these details. Or else how will he say this? Now I now can already see the individual elements and how they apply in mind, body, breathing, chi, and then the force of BJJ through force flow and momentum. And then if you notice this, he said that I could delink and sequence my body with ease and didn't blow off gas, which after 6 months off against the top belt for 13 minutes. It's ridiculous. Of course he know how to breathe. You want to fight on one way, you need to know how to breathe. On another way, you need to know how to breathe for recovery. So it is that. And like in my book, Decoding Wing Chun and Wing Chun Inceptions, it it is really simple. It just have the three types of training: the chi neurosing training, the fitness training, and the strengthening training. And the chi neurosing training, you have the recovery, the recovery mechanism, and this fitness training over here, from the recovery up to here, the seven bow and forceful handling, you build out that protective mechanism of your body. And only that after that you have impulse momentum, and this for fighting. This here is for conditioning. So what are you conditioned? You condition that you want to have maximum power exertions. Also, you want to be able to handle your body to reduce injury. Okay. So if you map it with today's heart rate, this is what the heart rate zone is. For the real trainer with the heart rate zone training, people know what it is. So it is a really holistic design, 1850s Wing Chun. And of course, you know, saying is nice, but you need to have all this thing, all the scientific stuff. Okay, like your aerobic oxygen, aerobic training, your explosive training, anaerobic training, your VO2 max, your HRV, everything. Or else, how the hell you know that this is true? How the hell that you know that this is true? How the hell you know that this is true? So as what I say, I'm an explorer, and I already going like exploring this area so many times that I be able to scientifically map the entire thing out so that everybody can go to their place. Everybody can go. There's the bottom line. And so, like in this recovery area, this recovery area, which is important. Okay. Anybody in the real training today know there's a training and recovery. So recovery is really important. So that's the recovery based on the 1850s teaching, and then the scientific verifications, and it's in this YouTube, free for every Wing Chuners. Why? Because we get old and everyday life, we need the recovery. Now, for the self-protecting mechanism, there's a little bit different because then you need to have a certain training. And for the recovery, it's easier. So that one YouTube be able to share actually is my book, Wing Chun Inception, right? And so for the breathing, like I share many times over here, the breathing stuff. Okay. And then this one is with the self-protecting mechanism. You look at how the body, every part of the joints is moving. As in the May, it said that snake slide, worm moving. Snake sliding, worm moving. And of course, Wing Chun here is it hybrid with the Shaolin, which is torquing. And with all this, you develop up your protective mechanism with your body. And when we get old, even though we're not going to go fight, if you train that way, you will have less risk to fall. At old age, we don't want to fall. So that's the benefit for this training. And then of course, this one is that your breathing, your exertions of your body shock the entire thing out. You want to exert your strength out. You want to have full force going out here, right? Those are belong to all of this thing. It belong to the strengthening training. So you have your recovery, your breathing recovery, and this one is your fitness, conditions to build in the self-protecting mechanisms. And then this is you after you based on this tool, you'll be able to do exertions. And if you get tired and so forth, training, you go back there to the recovery. So this is if you this thing is laying down, if you be able to do it, you can do it in standing. And this is your every joints. And this is for your exertions. Just look at the exertion. Slow motion, and you see the body shock out. So the entire system is like that. Okay. So just ask yourself a questions. How many martial art in this world which have this holistic design? You look at, say, karate sanjin. Good. It's a good design. Exertions, your breathing, strength. But it doesn't have the recovery. It doesn't have the self-protective mechanism. You look at Honga Iron Wire set, it doesn't have that too. You look at the Southern praying mantis, it doesn't have that too. They have the strengthening and the aerobic, the fitness, the strengthening up there, but they don't have the strengthening, the fitness, protective, and the recovery. But Wing Chun 1850 have the entire spectrum of things. Okay, so we need to know what it is. We need to know what it consists of. So that's why I wrote all these books, is because each one of them have a certain part of it. And it based on this thing. It based on the six core element here. And I just share with you. So you can see that Wing Chun have a lot to offer to our other martial art friends and other martial art style. We have the recovery and have the self-protecting uh, mechanism there, where other martial art style, as I just mentioned, teaching kid, the Honga Iron Wire set, it has the fitness and the strengthening, but it doesn't have the protective mechanisms and the recovery. So there's the difference. You don't want to say which is better, but you say that, Wing Chun is holistic. And if you look at Tai Chi, like everybody these days saying, well, Tai Chi this, Tai Chi that. What does Tai Chi cover? All what I just shared with you? The uh, the 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 recovery, the self-protective mechanisms, the fitness and the strengthening training. Does it? How many people when they train that set they can get that benefit? So you need to know you are Wing Chuners, okay? This is what from the real grandmaster of the past. I'm just exploring. I see it after I saw it, formulate in today's language and sharing with you. This is thing which you need to protect. And too bad right now, all this thing only we have in America. There's no other place in the world have it. It is really clear. It's easy to check. Just look at the people how to do, put a scientific probe inside there and you see. So it is much more deeper than most people think. It is not what people can imagine. You can go to China. Well, China has been broken apart since in the Cultural Revolution. Prior to that, you have problem, and then the Cultural Revolution destroy things. So that's why I said Wing Chun have that protective mechanism and the recovery, which is good for us for everyday life. Even though you are not practicing it for fighting anymore, is a good thing. To once you practice it, is keeping helping us, right? So this is what I like to share with you today. And as what I say that it is unacceptable for anybody who have no idea what is the Wing Chun 1850 and putting BS out there, act like he know it all. For me, today we have all the scientific and all this experiment and so forth. So it is unacceptable for Wing Chuners when all those people for their own acting or their own personal benefit to do anything which is damage to the Chinese culture or the Wing Chun culture. Today, Wing Chun is not belong to the Chinese anymore. Wing Chun belong to the whole worldwide. So, so it is everybody's inheritance, everybody's root. So we all need to protect it. Okay. What it is just scam artists try to act like a know-it-all. Well, that's what I said. They don't even know how the hell to breathe. Okay. They couldn't even stand properly in their 一级 Why? Because their body do not getting trained to those self-protecting mechanism. So this is what I like to share with you. It is real, and I share with you just now already. And it is not just me talk scientifically. I share with you just now, and even with people who learn the thing, go down to the who fought in the MMA and practice BJJ, can show that this thing works. This is not about I'm the best fighter, I'm the grandmaster, but it is saying that Wing Chun have this mechanism. If your Wing Chun do not have this, that means you are incomplete. Don't tell me that you know it all. Okay? Why is misleading? When you mislead thing like that, you're screwing Wing Chun. So, Wing Chuners, love your art, love your ancestor. I cannot do much for you. I'm just an explorer. I tell you what it is. I can lay flat on what it is. You need to develop it for yourself. Like I share with with you on the friend, example today. He asked me, "Well, Henry, I'm going to teach the six core elements." I said, "Okay." I said, "Go teach. Don't ask me anymore. Just make sure you help your student, help everybody to be good, and you teach that. Whatever the tuition fee go to you. I'm just an explorer. I'm selling this to you guys. I train you guys because this is a duty from the ancestor. The rest, of course, you need to make money for your living. And if you can teach very good, you make a lot of money. But if you're selling snake oil, then you don't deserve anything. Okay? Because you're screwing up people, it's screwing up Wing Chun.